But this game, this one's got a little bit a different juice around it because of some things. I'm not going to do this to you because I know you too well. I'm not going to say your boy Draymond Green. If this was somebody else, I would say your boy. But because you're the homie, I'm never going to do that. And I actually know some of your thoughts on Draymond Green. So, so I will ask you this. Well, let's start with this first because I want people to hear a little bit what you have to say. What were your thoughts on what Draymond Green did on his podcast with his comments towards Cat? And then you were actually there at the press conference where he was asked about that. You were actually there. So what were your thoughts on the whole thing that went down and how that adds to the juice of this game coming up on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, pardon me, excuse me. When you, oh gosh, y'all had to zoom in on me. Just forgive me, everyone. My eye looks a little crazy. I do not have pink eye, but I did swap a blood vessel. And so that's why, like, I don't know, it's just really acting up right now. So forgive me, I'm not crying. Forgive the crazy eye, but I'm confident. Okay, so to your question though, yeah, I mean, when I first saw like the podcast clip, because I don't listen to his podcast. So when I first saw the podcast clip, I was like, oh brother, and I just sort of like rolled my eyes, and I don't even know if I knew then about the funeral or the circumstances for why Kat wasn't at the game, but I was just like, why? Like, why is this necessary? Like, and like, why would Kat be missing a game because of Jimmy from like years ago? Like, it just made no sense to me. So it just seemed very unnecessary and Draymond-like because he does a lot of unnecessary things. And then when he was asked about it at the presser, I was like, oh, you know, I'm it's interesting that someone asked about it. And, you know, and so I heard the answer. I didn't actually have it recorded, but I did actually post about it when he first gave his answer. I left out the part about the Draymond Green show will go on only because I didn't have the video and I wasn't like transcribing. So I didn't want to misquote him. And I was hoping that someone else would post like the full video, you know. So, but even when I posted everything he said, like I just sort of paraphrased and I was like, you know, he said he was speaking based on like what he heard. You know, still most people were like, well, that's not an apology and who cares? He knows like the real thing now. And so when the full video posted and everyone saw the Draymond Green show will go on, it was just like, yo, like, I mean, I had all kinds of people DMing me like, what did therapy do for this man? And, you know, just all kinds of stuff. And so, like, listen, Draymond, you know, I don't have an answer for you about him. I don't know why he does the things that he does. I don't love a lot of the things he does. He's a lot, you know, and like, he still has moments. He really does that. It's like, I remember, because I mean, I'm a hardcore, you know, Warriors fan. And, you know, I used to really love Draymond and go hard for him and like probably defend maybe some of his I shouldn't have. But, oh, I'm sorry. Am I allowed to use profanity on here?
You're fine.
You know, but like it just, once the Jordan Poole incident happened, everything after that, just like, I really didn't see him in the same light. And I just, you know, he's just a lot, you know, he's very important to the team in terms of how they play. And obviously like Steph wants him there. Like that's it at the end of the day. If Steph didn't, he wouldn't still be there. Because I do think his antics have worn on a lot of people. So teammates, management, and just people throughout the organization. So it just is what it is, you know. The only thing I always worry about is like, because he's so much, you know, like I'm someone who believes in karma. I'm like, can Steph's good karma outweigh his like bad karma? You know what I'm saying? Because it's just so much, you know.